What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys having a good Friday so far. In today's video, we do have a Plarium announcement here in regards to a upcoming event. This event kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, but I did mention it was a possibility when we were doing the Fusion schedule plan. Let's take a look at exactly what I'm talking about. So here is the news by Plarium. Hey y'all, this Sunday, August 2nd, we're planning to launch two events simultaneously. We're planning to launch a Awakening Boost, giving you 2x chance to summon 4, 5, and 6-star Perfect Souls from Mortal Soulstones, guys. Mortal Soulstones, so that's going to be the small Soulstones. These ones right here. Looks like I got 50 on this account, and I haven't pulled since the last Mortal Soulstone boost. Actually, I got more than 50. I got 50 plus 38, so I got almost 90. Probably more after collecting the Hydra bags. Okay, so please note that this boost applies to the Soul's rank, regardless of its rarity. That's pretty standard stuff. We're also planning to launch the Fallen Path event, guys, where you'll have a chance to summon Rhaia the Morn's 5-star Perfect Soul, and other valuable goodies. Now, we did mention that this was a possibility when we were planning Fusion, because Rhaya's 5-star soul should be the last thing that's up for grabs from the web of corruption. There's nothing else left that they can make an event on, so this is going to be it. And they chose to do it in a hero's path. Makes sense. You'll be able to get event points by summoning souls from soulstones and getting artifacts and accessories, guys. So this is the Year Hunters event that we saw was missing for the next week. So now all your dungeon farming can get credit towards this Hero's Path starting on Sunday. The rewards that you can earn from this event include Rhaia the Morn's 5-star Perfect Soul, as I mentioned. And this was a big surprise to me, the Covetous Passion Mythical Relic. I'm actually really surprised that they decided to give this mythical relic as a final prize here in this Hero's Path. Now, I don't know if they've actually ever given away a mythical relic before in this kind of way, where everyone can kind of grind for it. Now, the Covetous Passion is probably a good example for them to give away because it's a mythical relic, but it's not particularly mythical like. This could be a legendary relic and it would be totally fine. But as a mythical relic, it doesn't feel as strong as the other mythical relics. First of all, the attack stat is in the first slot, which means it has the highest value. So usually if you look at something like the Talon, for example, where the crit damage is in the front stat, the crit damage is actually higher than the Covetous Passion crit damage here, which is the second stat. So the first stat is always very important because it's going to be the highest value. So in this case, the Covetous Passion, we have attack as the first stat and a crit damage as the second stat. This is a negative, right? Because first of all, if you have a non-attack based damage dealer, then getting the extra attack is not going to help you. Obviously, you want extra crit damage. Now, the second part of this is the actual text on this mythical relic. The wearer receives a shatter buff for 2 turns at the start of the round. And then you have a scaling percentage to basically add a shatter buff on the wearer for 1 turn whenever you kill an enemy. So that means you don't permanently get this shatter buff on. And when you do get the shatter buff on, it's worse than a cat's gaze, for example, right? Because you're getting less ignore defense. Although it's unconditional, the cat's gaze has a very small condition. The shatter buff will fall off. So, for example, if you put this on Marius, I know you might not be a good candidate for this, but if you put this on Marius might start off with the A3 self-buffing and then take an extra turn and then go into the A2. After you use the A2, the shatter buff is going to be gone. So at that point, you're just getting attack, crit damage, and defense. And then if you kill somebody, you'll get that shatter buff back for 1 turn only. And it's only a chance to get that back. You can kind of see the scaling chance going up. Let's say you bring this relic up to level 12, you're going to get a 60% chance of getting it back when you kill an enemy. It's not, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. It feels like a legendary relic, but you do get 4 gem slots. Sorry, which is obviously a big bonus, and you don't have to waste food to level it up because the mythical relic is already leveled up to 4 stars right away. So it's a little bit of savings there, of course. But I'm actually really surprised that they're going to give this up as a prize, like a achievable, farmable prize, basically from this hero's path. It's a good thing. Trust me. This is still a good relic, a good enough relic that you can use on damage dealers. Some damage dealers prefer the extra buff also. For example, Rhaia the Moor. Rhaia the Moor getting an extra buff is a good thing, right? Because you're adding to that passive, making it easier for her to get extra damage. But you really want to use this on a attack-based damage dealer, just so the front stat attack actually does something for you, right? But yeah, that's going to be up for grabs, guys. Covetous Passion. So if you guys, have soul stones and all that stuff, and you guys want to get some points and credit towards something, and let's say you don't have any interest in Rhea's 5-star soul, then going for the Covetous Passion might make sense to you. It doesn't mention anything about relic materials. So instead of relic materials, they're just going to straight up give you the relic. Obviously, the Crown of Corruption would have been a much better mythical relic to kind of replace the Covetous Passion in this spot. The Crown of Corruption is much better, in my opinion, just because the front stat is going to be speed. Front stat speed is much more important, and then you do get a little bit of damage boost here, but the front stat speed makes this a lot more flexible. You can put it on a support champion or a damage dealer. But unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with the Covetous Passion here. But it's still probably worthwhile to get. Even if we're talking about it being comparable to like Cat's Gaze, Cat's Gaze is really good. So for myself personally, since I do have Rhaia the Moor on this account, obviously I will have to go for her 5-star soul, and I'm not expecting this to be cheap. It is a 5-star soul for a void champion, so I probably will expect it to cost quite a bit, and I obviously don't have enough soul stones to jump into this champion. We do have some eternal soul stones, which we can use for currency. We have 7 on this account, been saving up for a while. We do have immortal soul stones that we could pull. We have coins that can gamble, that can be converted into immortal soul stones. We don't have a lot of gems for energy, so grinding gear will be difficult, but I'm confident that we should have enough resources to clear for the 5-star soul at least. And if, depending on what we have left, we could think about the mythical relic, but I'm going to think that the mythical relic is going to be quite expensive as well. But overall, I think this is a pretty good event. Mainly because it allows people to go for the 5-star soul for Rhaia if they have Rhaia, and it also gives people an opportunity to get a mythical relic basically just by using energy or using mortal soul stones, using some soul stones. If, for example, they had a deck of fate which was soulstone related, I'm pretty sure people would probably try to go for that mythical relic. So I actually kind of like this event. Gives people some options. And if you're not interested in this at all, and if you're just solely focused on the fusion for Khmer, this is a completely skippable event, guys. If this is your first fusion, if you guys are new to Raid, don't let this upcoming Heroes Path event confuse and distract you from getting Khmer, the fusion, done. Anyways, folks, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if it was informative for you guys. Let me know what you guys are planning to do. Are you guys going to go for the Covetous Passion? Do you guys have enough resources to go for Rhaia the Moorn's 5-star soul? Assuming that you guys got Rhaia the Moorn last weekend. Let me know what you guys have planned for the weekend. We actually have a pretty busy day here today on our Friday. We're heading out to a museum, and we're heading out for a bit of a hike. So it's going to be a pretty action-packed day, but we'll probably pump out some videos this weekend. We'll definitely be pulling shards, and we'll definitely be participating in this Rhea's Heroes Path. So yeah, pretty busy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate you all. Hopefully you guys have a great day and weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.